email still working?
Yeah, I replied.
You did? No, I just wanna make sure it's good.
Is everybody's email changed?
Oh, that's right. Oh, I wasn't referring to the change of the email, I was referring to the whole situation you're having with not getting your email.
Right,
Okay,
I had to,
but yeah, we are all getting new emails.
we are.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, it's changing, they're adding NY to My Newcastle, so it's gonna be at mynewcastleny.gov.
Wow.
Mine was about, I had to go to, I did have a third party authenticator.
Oh.
This is the
Do you wanna start and present what you've changed since the last meeting?
Yeah, sure. So I took the comments that you, suggestions that you guys gave, and I took the garage area and recessed that back a bit. It's visually seen as the garage area. And then at the corner where we have the den is on the first floor, which is the only existing portion to remain on the left side. So I had that where we changed the finish to a more vertical, so it's a separation between the existing house on the right and the newer portion on the left. And we also added in windows between on both sides, being that those are closet areas, so those would essentially be faux windows, but they would be emulated on the facade as true windows, just to have some continuation of the style throughout the facades.
Did the den have 1 story or 2 stories originally?
It was only 1 story.
And you added an eyebrow window over or eyebrow roof over the garage, I think is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's new, right?
Yes, correct.
And then,
And matching with at the front door as
okay,
well.
I mean, I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, it does help a lot.
Where's the eyebrow?
Right
The,
here,
the
this
little
little
roof.
shed.
I mean, I appreciate the change, I think it looks better.
Yeah.
Did you, like, the comment I made before is that the garage is all new.
Mhm.
Did you consider bumping that forward so that it really makes a transition from the den to the garage? Even 8 inches or a foot would make a big difference.
You said you recessed it, right?
So that's why I recessed it actually 8 inches, so to give it the look that it looks now. So
But the second floor is just continuous. I think that's part of the problem of all your schemes is the whole mass of the building is just one corner. I mean, it's looking better, and I think you're getting in the right direction. I'm just wondering why you wouldn't just move it. It's not a change in cost or anything if you're doing that necessarily.
So as opposed to the 8 inches recessing, you're saying it probably would be a better idea to bring it out that same amount more or less, to pull it out forward.
Yeah,
But
because
then you're saying also upstairs or just?
yeah, upstairs, the whole garage, second floor, master primary wing, just make them both flush again. And just
And pull the whole thing, I see.
pull it forward, and then your roof may change too, and then you'll get a break in your roof, which will help a lot. And you may or may not want to bump even that roof up 6 to 8 inches, just so you have a little difference there. And I think all of that could really help. I mean, if he can make those changes written, I don't know if you could do that here.
How are you going with this?
Yeah, that looks.
How about, is there any way you can put a window on this side of the door?
Which,
Over here, because it's all new, right?
so there is an original window that was there, that we did want to move. They were looking at the safety of that as being the furthest point away from the house, as well as being right below that balcony. They don't want to have it be an area where someone could climb up.
So, and what's the function on the second floor above the den?
That's just the sitting area that's between the primary bathroom before you enter the primary bedroom.
Okay. And you have at least 8 feet ceiling there?
Yes, correct. It's not, because we're keeping it, it's a 7'8", I believe, but I think that's continuous because of the original ceiling heights throughout that first, second floor.
So what I think what would help, what's up?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think what I would propose is bump this back out, because then you'll get this weird overhang over here, bump this back out to match the second floor, and then move that whole mass. So you create like an 8 to 10 inch difference to the den, and then even raise the second floor roof, you know, if you have a 7'8", 7'6",
Make it an
like
8
make it 8 feet and give that just a little more prominence, I think.
Or do you pull this section back here?
Well, that's already
Leave that
existing,
flat.
it's already existing. This one's already existing, so he's not making a new foundation, but if you're gonna make a new foundation in the garage, just pull it out forward a little bit more. And then that'll change the roof lines a little bit. I don't know if that's enough
Do you think you
to,
can stretch that up here? Then you won't have to come back. I mean, you don't have to do it this minute, you can go out and then, Work on
That's
that?
fine, yeah, I could do that, so yeah, and then hold that.
Probably.
Steve, are you okay with that? He doesn't have plans, he just has the rendering.
Yeah, that's fine,
and then you can send,
because he's gonna do.
Just email it to me when you
he's gotta
do the
send
promo.
it.
Yeah, I can send in the actual changed items, but I don't mind opposed to that,
Do you want him to change
You
it?
guys okay with
We'll
it?
look at it.
It doesn't matter to me as long as the building inspectors are okay with it. And if he's okay with it and he emails it to me, I don't know how long that change would take.
Is it okay for me to make the change and then I could send it, today is Thursday, if I can send it on by Monday, or?
Well, you make the change out there.
Yeah, I can sketch it,
And then
but
we'll approve it and then you'll
Okay.
send it to.
oh, and then I can send it
Yeah.
after that, okay, that's fine.
So what is the change? We're asking him to do what?
Bumping this one.
Bumping it out?
Well, make the garage,
The garage massing.
make the garage flush with the second floor of the garage. And then bump that whole garage bedroom unit
And the second floor, both
in the second
Yeah.
floor,
pieces
then
out.
So
bump
bump
both
up.
like 8 to 12 inches towards the front a
And
little
then
bit.
go 8.
And then raise the roof another 6 or whatever inches. How many inches do you need for 8 feet?
Yeah,
4.
yeah, it's gonna be about, I'd say 4 to 5 inches, yeah.
4 to 5 inches to raise that roof of that same garage primary bedroom that we were just talking about. And I think that'll help.
So I could just make the changes on those 2 pages and then just bring it back in so I can stamp it and then it'll be approved.
The owner's on, I guess she probably does it, if she has a comment or not.
Hi, Ms. Warren, are you okay with the changes?
If Jared's gonna step out, I could connect with him briefly, but from what I'm hearing, without being able to see where you're pointing, it sounds.
Okay, I'll give you a call to you, just explain it to you and as I work.
Okay, thank you, appreciate
Alright,
that.
no problem. Alright, thank you very much. Be back.
So that I know, is Jared stepping back into the room after he's done, or should I
Yeah,
disconnect
yes.
with him?
Yes,
Okay,
he
then
will.
I'll go back on mute, thank you.
Yep.
In between whatever,
Okay, I'll pop in, thank you.
okay.
Alright, this is 34. This is a covered portico. Not much.
31.
Thank you. Hi.
Okay.
Thank you. You know what?
Down the line.
What's the number? 30, that's 35, 30. Your picture of him. What's the number? This is project
This is the zone.
existing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this your house?
this is the existing.
But the address is different than what's on the application.
30 Barnes?
This is 35,
That's an old, okay, that's an older.
but this is the house.
That's the house, yes, yeah, this is the updated zoning, there's probably a mistake on that,
Okay,
I'm drafting.
yeah, you're more images.
Yeah, this is the side and the back, and then, so explain, so yeah, essentially, right now, the existing front facade, straight plain, the owner wants to create, you know, a nice little entry, we just got zoning board approval last week. Basically, when
You
you
need to get zoning.
yeah, we gotta get zoning board because it's existing non-conforming with respect to the front yard, because the basically, well, existing you need 60 feet, we're already at 50 feet, so any type of, even as such a small addition, yeah. So basically, yeah, existing condition, you literally, it's very odd, usually, you know, the staircase are straight coming up back, right now you walk in, you literally, there's a staircase right in front of you. So in doing so, pretty much a 3.5 foot addition, really sort of hidden by, it's almost really just like a portico addition, because that same roof over the portico goes over the addition. And in doing so, we can now center, right now, you can see that the door's off center on the house, but these windows are centered, so when we do that addition, now we could center this door inside the addition, inside the front gable, along with the columns, and we create some symmetry in the house.
Are you making the windows bigger?
No, windows stay the same, only thing is, you know, put some accent.
Bigger
They do look a
the
little
drawing
taller.
than the photo.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, they're probably just, yeah, these are probably 4'8", I think these are maybe 4 foot high,
And you're adding shutters.
and then just adding shutters.
What? No, I do too.
The shot, I mean, that's not something that we're,
bit to the side.
the
So
next
that's
door
the
house.
side
right in
elevation there. Up there, on the upper.
Yeah, so there's nothing around the house changed other than, actually right now, the owner is painting the home, so the new siding that's literally just on the side will match the same as the house. The front will be a
Sure.
you know, cultured stone veneer on a very small area, cause there's, you know, side panels of the composite door. But yeah, basically size where it's just the portico per se, addition just ties into that.
Do you have to have that indicated, the stone veneer?
Huh?
You're putting stone veneer?
The stone on the
Does it
side.
show- oh, it does, you have
Yeah. And then obviously the front platform, the existing has
I
this,
see.
hard to see in the picture, but the bottom of the platform will be the same thing.
Yeah, adds a lot to the
Yeah.
house.
That one
It
has
is
that
surprising.
like big house.
It,
on
yeah,
right?
so it's a non-conforming house per se, but yeah, it's a small house for that area. You
For
can see
that
the house
area,
next
yeah, the
door,
houses are
they're
big.
big lots too, so it's really a 2-acre lot, and this is only an acre, it's still
Oh,
decent sized lot.
yeah, yeah.
Looks good.
That's some character to the house.
You're done.
Okay, First time.
Yeah.
Which zoning board meeting did you go to?
Last week.
Last week? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yes. Yeah, that's why I realized we were already on for this one, so.
Okay.
Yeah, they said, oh wait, it's today, wow.
You're all set.
Thank you.
You too. Hi, Mary.
Hey, guys.
Oh, Mary, you're in Zoom, okay, hold on. Mary's
Can I share my screen? Wait.
pictures.
Okay. So 378, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, 378 Quaker Road. Here's Quaker Road. There's a little road that comes in around parking area, and there are 4 cottages that were built in the 30s. And Ruckles House is this one. So, excuse me?
Yeah, I'm just telling Stanley that Gray lives in this little area as well.
Gray Williams?
Gray Williams,
Gray Williams is right there.
yeah.
So this is Gray Williams, which I did an addition for probably 15 years ago. Is the first one on the right when you come in, and this is the first one on the left. This is the Ruckelshaus house. So it's, a one level house, 1,200 square feet, has a porch. So what we're proposing to do is to take over the porch and build a dining room and a mud room. So when you come in from the driveway, you enter a mud room, and then do a small pop-up over this area in the center to get a little more space, kind of an open loft area. So kind of going around the house, this is the current entry. This is around the right side as you're looking. This is the rear part of it. This is the rest of the rear. I mean, it's kind of simple. And this is the porch. So let's see, let me make this smaller. How do I get this smaller? I gotta get rid of this part. I'm just trying to. There.
See that time.
Okay, so here's the existing house has a pull-up, basically a hatch to get to the basement and a pull-down stair to go to the attic. So what we're proposing to do is to put in a real stair so you can get up and down. This is the area that will be the dining room. There's an existing study here, bedroom. So, trying to get rid of this whole thing on. Okay, so the proposal, this would be the dining room, which actually would have a door out to an existing terrace that's in the back, small mudroom, a new portico over the front, and then you'd walk through what is the study to get to the other bedrooms, which is, the primary's back here, and there's a small bedroom here. There are two bathrooms which will remain untouched. And then this is the loft area up above. So you'll come up and this will be open, some storage, some exercise space. And so this will be the pop-up. This is the new stair up and down. And then from the front, we're taking off the shutters. They're not in good shape. Replacing some of the windows. Some of them we're keeping. And so this will be the new dining room with the mudroom. Going around the right, this is actually adding a couple of windows to this back elevation in the bedroom. And then this is the pop-up for the loft upstairs. And the portico, which will kind of blend in with this existing roof. Putting some panels on the side and the rear of the dining room, kind of keeping with this little half-round window, which they have, in 3 places now. And then this is the upper part of the loft, just putting in a long window, both for egress and to get some light.
It's reminding me of her old house.
Oh, my old house or your old house?
No, Kathy's old house.
Yeah.
The front a little.
In miniature.
I don't know why. What?
Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah, it fits really nicely.
okay, well, thank you.
You're approved.
Okay, Thanks so much.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Copy and graduate. Two big houses, copy and huge house. Copy and house. Another one.
What's that?
So, she's.
So she just moved into this one. Yeah.
Down the road, 'cause we used to live near there.
Let's see if he's ready to come back. I'll go to the next one. Okay.
You can do the others.
170
I know.
Is anyone on for 170 King Street? This is a sign for 170 King Street. Okay. Okay, Shirley and Stephen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Across the street.
Across the street from where you're at.
Down,
It's not big down the street.
that's on the same side, right? But where is,
Where exactly are you located on King Street?
In the front of the, by the sidewalk.
Right, and
what's
opposite
it
149?
adjacent to? Excuse me?
Across 149, the complex.
149
Is it the little,
complex.
that's this?
149, no,
No,
149
no,
is
housing.
complex.
Across the
Oh,
street.
the housing.
The housing.
Oh,
So that's on
that's
the south side.
Across from that.
It used, oh, it has like a flower, it has a flower shop in there?
Flower shop
Yeah, we're
is,
two units above.
Okay,
flower shop 140.
okay,
South side.
so if you're going up the hill, it's on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the flower shops.
Yeah, yeah, so
This
it's
is a
in
little
that.
bit further. This is a little bit further up the street.
I thought, okay. I thought you said it's. This where dentist is. Can you tell us what the, here's the material. White, text is burgundy, what's the text gonna be? Is it a vinyl? Is the artwork vinyl?
Right. Oh, it's a J-bond 3 mm thickness.
What's the material?
I'm not sure what that means, but, so it's a vinyl?
She was saying
Kind of aluminum skin and polyethylene core.
Aluminum skin.
It's like a lightweight material.
Is the graphic printed on or screen printed on, or is it an applied adhesive?
It's printed on.
Printed on the aluminum composite panel, the ACM
That's
panel,
Prospect, yeah. So-
and it's on both sides, right? Or just on one side?
The free hanging is two sides. The freestanding one is.
So there's a wall sign and then there's going on the freestanding.
Yes.
The freestanding is gonna be double sided.
Is this your first store or is this your, well, two questions.
First.
Okay, so is this is your logo exists for the first time on this store?
Yes.
Like you came up with this logo for this store, okay.
It's just very hard to read. As someone's driving up, the road and they're not necessarily looking for signs, but this one's particularly hard just because of the
In fact, the post is
weight
pretty,
of,
sorry,
the weight
the-
and the
Typeface, basically.
yeah, I feel like this is not a typeface, I feel like they made this. And the closeness of the letters makes it very hard to read. What were you gonna say?
Just asking.
Huh?
What did I say?
You were about to say something?
I can understand.
Say something.
Yes, I say the post and the frame is pre-existing for long, like more than 10 years before we move in.
The what was existing?
The post of the freestanding
Oh, okay.
frame.
Yeah. Is this the materials?
Yeah, it's just vinyl. And the color is the burgundy? You have another color on the sheet.
The color is white background and burgundy wording, burgundy text.
And does the sign panel sit in a frame or is it just applied on top of the wood?
The panel with the printing and then attached to the wall.
Right, so it
And then
doesn't
the
sit,
other-
it doesn't sit inside a recess, it sits on top of the wood, I guess, it looks like, right?
Yes.
So that treasure house is only good. On the shingle, it's the words treasure house, it's gonna be quite small because you're only at
It's only
1/6,
18 inches tall.
18 inches. So it's only going to be about this big. Which is quite small when it's on an outer exterior sign.
What's the width of this?
18.
Yeah, 18 tall. A little bit wider.
I mean, these are all just final. I'm just having a hard time with just the design itself and the legibility. And I think it would serve you to, if you're set on this font, it would serve you to open it up a little in terms of spacing in between, especially the McCoys.
Okay.
Just so it's more legible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we would look, ideally, we would have a frame, like a wood frame or a composite frame around the panel, so it actually looks more substantial than just gluing a panel onto the window. And the second choice would be to actually just have lines that are colored, so you don't, it doesn't look like you just printed on a whiteboard.
If you look at these shingles here that you submitted, if you look at Santa's and Psychic, they at least have a little border around it, which you should maybe consider on both signs.
Okay. Hold on.
Can you tell us a little about where the font is coming from and why you chose this?
Typeface font. Where did it come from?
I'm sorry.
Where did it come from?
The worst.
I mean, are you trying to imitate some other font or some
The font
style?
is no special font. It's just like a hand sketch. It's just like my hand sketching.
Yeah, I mean, that would be my main concern as well, was just the legibility of it as you're driving up 20 or 30 miles an hour up the street there. It does seem condensed and just,
I mean, yeah, it's very hard to read, and
I would
read.
simplify it.
I think for if
I mean,
you-
as a business, I would want to be able to drive by the sign and be able to at least catch some of it, at like either Treasure House or McCoy's or some word associated with your business. So
I would simplify it. If you look in font libraries, there's so many fonts to choose from, and maybe you can find something that's capturing the same thing that you wanted to capture here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I think what's confusing is that, you know, between McCoy's, which almost looks like a G to me, that's sitting on top of that little filigree that you have a dropped Y, but in the long sign you have a raised, you know, the Y is sitting up, so it actually doesn't match. So it's just a weird, but it's extremely hard to read. And if you imagine you're coming up the street, you're just gonna see a blob of burgundy.
Okay.
And so we're saying this also, one, we don't want people to be confused, we want them to go to your business, so I think it would be good to make it more legible.
Okay. So it's the wall side, basically, or the whole thing?
Is it just the wall sign or the freestanding as well?
Well, it's going to,
if you change the design
Yeah,
of
it's
the
gonna
wall
apply to
sign,
both.
it would probably change the
it's gonna impact both. really.
impact the
I mean,
Consistency
even if you
between the
really
two.
like this little symbol that you have, I would take the McCoy's off of it on the top.
Okay.
And just use that as a logo or something, and then come up with some nice font that's a little simpler that you can find even if you just do Google Fonts. There's quite a big selection, and find something that suits your personality
Okay.
and the store's personality.
I mean, you're selling antiques and things in here?
Personal, like handmaking stuff.
Okay.
Handmaking?
Handmade stuff.
Oh, handmade.
So I think, you know, the font itself, I mean, and I'm not a graphic artist, Anne is, it's I think, you know, it almost borders on a comical kind of font with the very fat, almost serif-like things in the cursive, and I don't know if that's what you're going for, but it lacks a lot of seriousness in my mind. I don't know where you're going with it, but it just looks like it could almost be a comic book store for me.
Well, and just keep in mind the audience of Chappaqua, which is a little bit more sophisticated. So you may want to try to find a font that matches that personality, that audience that we have in town.
I mean, just looking at these,
they're simple,
just-
they're not
just those
necessarily
signs.
you know,
they're much
the
more
best,
legible.
but they're just
I think,
legible and
within the
they're
grand scheme of
simplified.
things. So I think just exploring some more options.
And either putting a physical border around the sign or a painted border would help.
Okay.
Our next meeting is November 20th. So if you make the changes and get them to me by November 13th, I can add you on the November 20th agenda.
Okay.
Okay, if you can't, just give me a call and let me know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Shame, I could do something like that.
Just pull it out, like you said,
Yeah,
pull
okay.
it,
Okay,
push
put it
it up and then that whole thing pull out, and then I'll still have the same item on it, and it'll just be,
Yeah.
both of these will be at the same plane.
So this and this will be the same time.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you're just gonna either make it even a foot bigger or shift the whole thing.
I'll
Whatever you
probably just make it a foot bigger, just
Yeah.
so that it keeps the uniform at the back.
want. Okay, I think that'll help a lot.
Who's good with it?
So
Yeah,
I leave
very
these two
good.
copies here?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll stamp these approved and I'll wait till you send me
Yeah,
the other
I'll
ones.
adjust it, should I adjust the floor plans and send it all together, or do you generally just do the
Um,
graphic for now and
Do
then?
the graphic for now so that Tom sees that, and then we can get rid of this and keep that in the file until you're done with construction.
Okay, gotcha,
Okay?
okay,
You're
thank
all
you.
set. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Is someone here?
Yeah, there's someone on the screen. What?
Get a cold.
And whenever I get a cold, I always have a lingering cough. I can't get rid of it.
Me too, like weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I feel, you know, it's just the cough. Especially when I'm lying down.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Your pictures.
We get to look at the plan, we review the plans.
This is for an existing deck into a two-season room.
Oh, yeah, that's all, you weren't here, you were scheduled last week too.
We were told not to come.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
There's, I don't know, some communication between the owner.
These are also, these are the other
Where's Edgewood?
stands.
Do you know what Edgewood is?
Off of 133 in Austin.
And you are
Hi, I'm Bob Hankins, I'll be the builder.
Bob Hankins,
Yes.
and you are?
Josh Finoli from Pizarro Engineers.
What's your last name, I'm sorry?
That only, he's a Victor, A N O I.
Oh, that's it?
You wanna give us an overview of what you're doing?
Sure, we have an existing house on a small subdivision. Loop road.
That was my intention.
Now it's on film. Yes, please, thank you. Have a good night.
I'll wear the glasses.
Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry.
We have a small subdivision here, it's on like the late 60s. It's on a loop road. So her house, her project is right here. She has a raised ranch, split entry raised ranch. And I guess maybe about 10 or 15 houses would see the project. Because anybody that comes into this road beyond this turn here, they're just coming from the other direction. So it's not a lot of exposure in terms of public exposure. She has an existing wood deck out the back, it's 14 by 12, it's an existing staircase. And she'd like to screen it, the porch. That means just a roof and screen walls, that's the whole gist of it.
Did you need pictures?
You just, and the posts are all existing?
The post for the existing deck are existing, there's 3 of them.
Right.
You can't leave off the house if you want.
Are you adding more?
I'm adding these here that are against the house, there's one against the house.
Okay.
And then there's these 3 that are out in the front. Correct.
And those are existing, or no? Oh, they're all new.
Those will be the door with the roof.
Yeah.
Pole barn kind of set up for
Oh,
structure.
this one. This one. That's this one.
What I did was create these little these minis, and I have took off all the construction document info, it might be a little easier to.
You're not doing pole barn, you're actually doing a footing and a base plate, it looks like?
A footing and a steel column, to hold up the 3 beams. So there's 2 beams for the plate for the rafters, and then 1 for the ridge.
So when you say pole barn, that's like just sticking a pole and.
Oh, I just meant like a stick barn, you know,
Okay, yeah.
not a
Okay.
bearing wall setup.
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Works with the
I
house.
raked the,
Works with the house.
you think so? I raked the,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
gable at the end, and then I brought the corners
Okay.
right from the corner.
There you
Do
go.
you need a landing at the top of that stair?
That's not a good thing.
Indoor,
That's
You need a landing.
stair, right?
that's existing stair.
Yeah.
It's existing, but he's,
Yeah.
I don't know, just, I forgot what the code is. I know for a basement door, I think you don't need a
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
that's
doesn't
your-
it come down into a patio there?
Yeah, but right here.
No, you're talking about the landing up on top.
Okay.
That, I mean, either way, if you need a landing, Steve will tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
good. That's good.
Nice, thank you very much.